Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today guys, we are going to show you how to dye your hair on ARK Mobile. Alright guys, so today, recently to the game has come out this appearance change ticket. Now this ticket is the key to being able to actually change your hair color. You can purchase it in the in-game store for 200 amber. Now that is a pretty steep price, but it is a purely cosmetic item. You should additionally note that if you plan to try to have a beard, you will need to purchase a primal pass ahead of time as well. The basic hairstyles and the other appearance changes are normal. They only cost the base item of the appearance change ticket itself. Okay guys, so how you want to do this, essentially, is if you are going to dye your hair, what you need to do is first dye your whole character a different color. So I have here a stack of potent dust, which is going to be pretty critical for this. I am going to go ahead and go through a few different color options just so you can kind of get an idea of what this hair is going to look like once you have it dyed, whatever color you're choosing. And then from there, we'll go ahead and just speed through some of these. Now, it does take a lot of potent dust, about 50 potent dust to get your hair color to actually change colors and be a strong color. You may choose to use less than that, but 50 is about the number I have in my head. So right now I have 60 of it, just in case I don't like what I see. First thing we're going to do here is go ahead and pick our first color. I'm going to go ahead and go with blue, drag it onto our potent dust, and then we're going to start absorbing this. Now, you're not going to see much of a change, as you can see on the character menu, or even here. You don't see much of a change at first. The first thing that really changes on your survivor is going to be your eye color, and that's going to take a few potent dust, about 10 potent dust. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this process up just so you guys can kind of see, basically in fast forward, what we can do with this. This is going to make this go just a tiny bit quicker if we use the 400x speed here on single player. Now, obviously, there is normally a 30-second cooldown on this potent dust, so typically you will have to wait the 30 seconds between each absorption of the potent dust, which is going to make a difference. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. There we go. 5 amber in. Ooh, or a little quick. You can see that my eye color has changed from green to blue, and I'm starting to get sort of a bluish tinge on my skin as well. It's not quite the same color that it was. The hair is also slightly less red, but it's going to take a lot more than this to get our hair to be actually blue. There we go. It's a little bit too quick in 400% movement speed. Let's go ahead and keep eating this. I'm going to go ahead and just speed this up and eat all of the 50 dust that I need to get the hair color where I want it. Alright, there we go, guys. So we've eaten a full 50 potent dust that is blue. Let's go ahead and find myself here. Alright, we are a little bit blue now. My eerie implant graft is actually kind of getting in the way. I'm going to go ahead and detach that just for now for the purposes of this. So this is how you dye your survivor. Takes about 50 potent dust to get a really good color going. So we're very blue now. Now, what I want to do with this, now that we actually have our hair blue, now we're going to use this appearance change ticket. So let's go ahead and use this. Now, what you see here are basically all of the options for what you can do with your survivor. You can redo basically any part of your survivor that you want. Now, the main thing that you are going to want here is that there are different hairstyles that you can choose from here, including mohawk, afro, the romantic curls, dreadlocks, ponytail, braids, a Viking head, which has very cool braids, and then the normal hairstyle. You can also change the length of your hair if you would like to do that. I do tend to like the... Let's go ahead and go with the Viking head. I do like the Viking head quite a lot, and I do like my hair rather long. Now, if you have the primal pass, you can also add in the mustache. Now, the default length is 0. You can turn that all the way up or down, however you like it, and go through all the different options for the beards as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave that off for now, just because. Now, guys, the trick here is that for the color sliders, you don't want to touch your hair color slider. If you touch your hair color slider, it's going to change your hair color back to one of the natural range hair colors. It will take away the blue dye that you just added. So what you can do here is change the skin color option on the top line. And let's go somewhere right about there. And then you can also change your eye color option if you choose. I tend to really like having green eyes, so we're just gonna go ahead and make those green again. And now I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Our hair is blue, but our eye color and skin color are still normal colors, which I really actually like. There we go. That will use up your appearance change ticket, so do be careful, guys. Make sure you have the style that you want selected before you click OK on that. And then you have your hair perfectly dyed. So this is actually very beautiful. It's a super bright blue with this Viking hairstyle. It looks pretty good. I might change it up and do different ones, but yeah, that's how you change your hair on ARK Mobile, guys. It's actually kind of amazing. You can finally dye your hair without actually ruining your skin color. It just is going to take quite a bit of potent dust and quite a bit of amber, about 225 amber total if you are counting the amber you need to make the 50 dust to dye your hair. Now I'm going to go ahead and go through and show you some other color options real quick, guys, just so you get an idea of what some of those look like, because unfortunately the hair colors on mobile are not quite as bright as I would like them to be. The base hair color is a little bit dull, and so it actually ends up not looking quite as good as you might like, but you can still get pretty good looking hair with it, in my opinion. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do that, guys, and I will bring you back in just a second here so that we can go through these. All right, guys, this is one of my personal favorite looks here for a survivor. This is a mohawk and a curly beard together, both at full length, and I did dye them as bright of a red as I possibly could. Again, 50 potent dust being used for each of these hairstyles. This is probably one of my favorite combinations. I do wish the red was just a little bit brighter, but overall I'm not too upset about it. I do think it looks pretty good. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next color. Here we have a royalty colored ponytail. Whoop, there we go. So you guys can see the way that this looks. This one actually came out pretty well. I do like the way that the royalty color looks. Kind of comes out more of like a dark purple, but it does still look pretty good. These are cyan dreadlocks at the moment, guys. Actually looks pretty good. Now, the dreadlocks do make the color look a little bit darker than it would otherwise, but I'm actually rather a big fan of the cyan dreadlocks here. This is another of my favorite hairstyles, guys. This is a light pink, not the magenta dye, but the pink dye with the romantic hairstyle. Probably my favorite of the hairstyles that I've seen so far. I think it looks really good. It's actually quite well done, and the pink color actually does show through very well. So this is definitely one of my favorites. Last but not least, everyone, we have a magenta afro. Now this is a shade brighter and darker than the regular pink color. I still think it looks really good. Actually kind of really enjoying the afro look. I think it looks not bad for how it could look. I do really like it, and I do especially like it in this color, but I would be excited to see other colors of this, guys. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for how to dye your hair on ARK Mobile, guys. If you do have a favorite hairstyle and color, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to see some more options that I could try out. And guys, if you did find yourself enjoying this one at any point, please do remember to hit that like button because it seriously helps me out. And if you want to see more content like this, you can, of course, subscribe. I will catch you all in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana.